welcome to another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Daddy-Daughter Disney Travel Podcast. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Braddock. And today, join us as we take a walk through the magical lands of Walt Disney World and uncover 10 of their magical hidden gems.
Oh yeah, I love hidden gems, and there are so many of them, but we had a hard time narrowing the list down, and there's some that we debated over, should we share these or not, but we decided we'll share them. And these are our top 10 favorite, but let's see how many of these you know and how many you don't, and certainly discover them with us. So, Amelia, are you ready to go?
I am very ready.
What is our first? Now, I will say...
These are not ranked.
Yes, these are not ranked, and hidden gems are just things that we, I thought I better say what are hidden gems, right? So hidden gems to us are things that people may be hidden in plain sight, but they're things that we feel are underrated or go unnoticed that are really, really worth your while either seeing or experiencing. So those are what hidden gems are to us.
Hey, we're like dwarfs.
We're like dwarfs. That's right. On the mine train, you go through the mine and uncover hidden gems. So which dwarf am I? Which is the smartest dwarf?
Grumpy.
Well, I don't think he's smart. If I'm grumpy, you're dopey.
At least I'm cute.
All right, I'll give you that. Okay, let's begin. Enough of the tomfoolery. Let's begin with our hidden gems. What do we have for hidden gem number 1 on the list?
The Chippendale Campfire Sing-Along.
Oh, yes, the Chippendale Campfire Sing-Along at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. Now, this has been going on for as long as I can remember, back into the 70s. And if you are unaware of it, as most people are, unless you're staying in Fort Wilderness, this is an awesome opportunity to head on over to Fort Wilderness Resort. Usually starts around 7 or 8 o'clock. It's up by the Meadow Trading Post, and it is a campfire show where Chip and Dale come and visit everyone who's in attendance. And what I love about this is no stress, no lines, super casual. Chip and Dale come and visit everyone, and it is really a great time. Do you love this one, Amelia?
Oh, I love this one, and you might think, oh, I'm at the back, they won't get to me. They'll get to you. They make their way through all the bleachers. What do you sit on?
Yeah, that's right. There's bleachers at the
back.
So let's talk about it. In fact, it's not just about a campfire.
Well,
what else?
Used to dance on the bleachers.
What else can you do there? It's actually a whole evening if you want to make it one.
Well, they have a show, too.
Yeah.
They have, like, guitar players.
Yeah, it starts with
music, and you can actually roast marshmallows if you buy some.
Right. There's a campfire sing-along.
Well, yes.
Yeah. So there's a big
Hence
campfire, and they do sort of have little food trucks now. So you can bring your own, s'mores kits or marshmallows or whatever you want. But they have little trucks there for around $10. You can actually buy a whole little s'mores kit. So that just makes it a lot easier if you're not staying there and you don't have a trailer in tow with a kitchen.
Yeah, and I will say it might start to get a bit more crowded with the new Reflections, but overall it's not very well known.
Yeah, that's a good point. Get there now. Get there before Reflections opens in a few years. Reflections Resort we're talking about, which will be butting right up against Fort Wilderness. So really how it works is you go there and it starts with the campfire and roasting whatever you want, or you don't have to. There's sort of wooden benches that are permanent, and then there's bleachers at the back, and you grab a seat. Don't worry where you are. Chip and Dale will come and see everyone. So there's campfire, then there's Chip and Dale, then there's a sing-along with a cowboy, and Chip and Dale get on stage, and they do songs, and they do a lot of audience participation songs, and then it ends with a Disney feature film on the big screen there, so you can make a whole night of it. We usually, when I was a kid, we used to stay for the whole thing, but now we sort of stay till the end of the sing-along and before the movie starts, and then we head out. But if you have not been, highly recommend Chip and Dale's Campfire Sing-Along, a real great hidden gem.
Yeah, it really surprises me that more people don't know about it, but hey, not complaining.
Yeah, no, really not complaining. Number 2 on the list has a similar sort of feeling to it.
This is Tom Sawyer Island at the Magic Kingdom.
Yes, Tom Sawyer Island in the Magic Kingdom. So many people go by this and rushing on their way to Big Thunder or Splash Mountain or through Frontierland, and not enough people actually take the time to go to Tom Sawyer Island. And there's a lot of history to this. In fact, as I recall, it's at least the one in Disneyland. You may not know this, Amelia, but it is one of the attractions that Walt actually designed himself.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's really got a sense of Walt Disney to it. He liked the old style, but What do you love about Tom Sawyer Island?
Well, it's great. I know it's like right next to, well, it's in the Magic Kingdom and it's very close to all the madness, but when you're on Tom Sawyer Island, you can't really hear it. And it's kind of like being in a whole different park, but
it really is.
Not.
It's like a paradise away from everything. I used to say to parents, if you want to get out of the heat and just take a break while your kids have fun.
There's lots of parks there. Yeah. Shady, nice trees.
Yeah, it's all shaded. Just head on over to Tom Sawyer Island. There's the Barrel Bridge. There's Fort Langhorne.
Oh, have you ever wondered who's shooting at you when you're on Big Thunder?
That's right. One of Amelia.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, you get into the fort. They still have the guns going.
It's the people from Tom Sawyer Island shooting at you.
You can look through the gun sights, and the fort's a cool place. They have that playground in there. You can walk by Aunt Polly's, and there's the mine. You got lost in that mine shaft when you were little.
It's very...
And you got lost, and you were
very
crying.
easy to get lost in there.
Yeah,
okay.
It's dark. There's some...
I do not recommend you run ahead of your parents.
And then the secret entrance out of the fort. If you're claustrophobic, beware. Do not go in it. But yeah, Tom Sawyer Island, real, for such a big thing, we call it a hidden gem because I don't think, if you've never been there, people just don't realize what it's all about. And it's a great place.
Or people don't realize how much fun it is and they think I'd rather go on Big Thunder again or I'd rather do this. But check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Number 3, something a little different and a good one Amelia, when you were young. You see this one on the list. I used to have some fun with you with this one. What is number 3?
The chapeau. Well, it's a phone inside the hat shop at the Magic Kingdom.
Yes. And first I'll say where it is. So when you enter the Magic Kingdom and you're in the town square area, just to your right, the very, straight ahead and to the right, the last store is the Le Chapeau, the hat shop. And in Le Chapeau hat shop, there is an old, well, I call it old. Kids today don't really think of them. A payphone on the wall. Most people don't pick up that. Most people don't pick up the phones, right? But Amelia, should someone pick up that payphone?
Well, I don't know. Are you going to be caught eavesdropping?
Yes, a hidden gem. Definitely enter the chapeau and pick up that phone, and you will hear a conversation going on. And when Amelia was little, I told her that it was...
He seems to think it's now a recording. Yeah. Sure.
She's going, Daddy, is that real? I go, oh, yeah, it's a real conversation. What are they saying? And I can't remember what they say now, but you were telling me what they were talking about. Do you even remember?
Because the magic isn't real for the adult.
Oh, that's right. So, yes, the phone in the hat shop in the Magic Kingdom. That's a great hidden gem.
It was 2 old guys yelling at each other.
Is it? Yeah. So it's a good one.
It's really funny.
It's really a good one to play on anyone who doesn't know, but especially fun for little kids.
It's real.
It sounds
Don't
real.
Listen to him. It doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, we're going to pay attention to the conversations next time.
Are you Walt Disney?
Well, in fact, I've got the spirit of Walt in me sometimes. I like to think so.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right, let's go to the next hidden gem. Also in the Magic Kingdom.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah, see? I think when I think of hidden gems that I think people will really appreciate. And we don't always get to see this hidden gem, but when you happen to be there at the right time, I think it's great. What is it?
A kiss goodnight.
And what is the kiss goodnight? How would you describe it?
So basically, it's this special reflection that they put on top, well, not on top, but like on Cinderella Castle, and it kind of fades.
So when does it happen? That's the whole thing.
Right before the park closes.
Yes.
They call it a kiss goodnight, and basically they like put a special sparkly thing on the castle, and then it like runs down until it turns
and it
like
sort of winks a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kiss goodnight basically
and Tink's like, hi.
Yeah. It's after the fireworks, depending on the time of year, things are different in the park. But basically, at the very end of the night, if you happen to be one of the last ones in the park, and I think the last time we saw it was an extra magic hours, and it was 1 a.m., and it was probably 1:15 because we were coming from somewhere in the back of the park, and we passed through the castle. And just around closing time, the castle will go into its shutdown mode, which is the kiss goodnight. And it's just a little sound and visual sort of good night, but it's pretty neat to see the castle
really cool.
shut down. Yeah, not a lot of people see the kiss goodnight or even know what it is or that it's called the kiss goodnight. So a great hidden gem for us, number 4 on our top 10 list. Now we're going to switch parks for number 5.
Okay.
And number 5 is in Animal Kingdom Park. And this is one that I really like. And I mean, was going, but I like it.
Is it a hidden gem?
I think it is a hidden gem. And I
mean, some people walk right past and don't even know what they're missing.
That's why it's a hidden gem. So we're talking about Divine and Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. And if you are unaware, if you've been or have not been to Animal Kingdom Park, either way, it's very lush and tropical, and pretty much every walkway, unless you're in one of the little town areas, has lots of shrubbery and jungly greenery all around you as you walk. And in a couple of those pathways, there is a large human vine. So it's actually a cast member on stilts covered in all the
way to ruin the magic, Daddy.
And greenery. And she will, usually a woman as far as I can tell, but maybe not, Divine sounds like a woman name to me. She will sometimes stand frozen, blending in with the background, and people will walk right by. But sometimes she'll move and you'll see her. And if you're really lucky, you get to pose with some pictures with Divine. But Divine, I think, and I've got some great shots of you, and you're actually wearing sort of a camo looking.
Yeah. You know, for someone who sounded so French earlier, you'd think you'd know that Divine is a French word.
No, it's not, is it?
Ask Fancy Nancy.
Oh, does she say it is? It's not D-E Vine. It's D-I-V-I-N-E. That's how they spell it.
Yes.
All right. We're going to, someone, if you know, send us an email. We'll look it up too. But no matter what heritage Divine has, it is definitely a great hidden gem, I think, inside Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. Okay.
No.
Well, you know what? A lot of these hidden gems are in the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, not all of them, but...
basically all of them.
Well, the first Chippendale's not.
Every single other one is.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, let's go on to where are we at? Number 6. This is one of my, honestly, this is one of my personal favorites, and I'm so happy it's still there. What is it? Oh,
yeah. The Wishing Book at Pinocchio's Village House.
Yes, inside Pinocchio's Village House in Fantasyland, where I think they serve pizza now.
No. It's good.
There is the Wishing Book, and it's the coolest little thing. So be sure you go in
really cool.
and seek it out. I'll tell what it is, and then you can tell your stories. And I have a picture of what you wrote in it last time you did when you were maybe 8. But the Wishing Book is it's the Blue Fairies book, and above it says, "You deserve to have your dream come true." And then there's a little book, an open book with pages and pencils, and it says, "Share your wish." And you can write in whatever wish you want, and the Wishing Book will make it come true. That's the story. And it's really fun, first of all, to read what other people have written.
Yeah, it's not very private.
But I was reading, and preparing for this, I went and looked at the photos, and I feel sad because I'm reading Amelia's, and it's something about, "I wish my parents won't be mad at me."
What?
I think
didn't write that.
That was probably me.
When I may or may not have gotten lost on Tom Sawyer Island. Because I may or may not have been wandering off.
And, it's not just for kids. A lot of adults write wishes in there too. But definitely seek out the Wishing Book in Pinocchio Village House. I think it's one of the greatest ones.
Yeah.
It's been there for a long time. It's still there as far as our last visit. So I really love it. It's a great one.
And hey, if you're not in trouble for getting lost in a cave, it's a great thing to write in.
There's a few in here in inside Fantasyland.
Yeah, Fantasyland's, a fantasy.
Yeah, I guess gems in Fantasyland. Because,
people should really listen better to the welcome medley, or they would realize that Pinocchio's Wishing Book is really just the motto of the Magic Kingdom.
They don't play the welcome medley anymore.
Well, it's still available on iTunes/Spotify, so.
Yeah, I love it. Old timers will love the welcome medley. And
welcome to a place where dreams come true.
I think they had to get rid of it because it said, "and 7 lands and more." And do you know what and there's only 6 lands now.
Mickey's
do you know
Toontown.
Oh, I was going to try to.
I miss Mickey's Toontown.
I was going to try to get you with a quiz. What is the missing land? And it was Toontown,
yeah,
yes.
Because you didn't know, and then
that's when they changed rope drop from the front of the Magic Kingdom to the way it is now, where you go inside. And
7 lands and more.
I miss the old style. All right, let's move. What are we at? We have our next hidden gem.
Number 7.
Not too far away from it is what?
Hidden Pascals in Corona.
Yes. So not too far away from Pinocchio Village House in Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom, you will find Rapunzel's Tower in the land of Corona with the lanterns. And essentially, it's the washroom area. It's the most extravagant washroom build Disney's ever done.
It's beautiful.
It's a great area, and they have that great photo pass opportunity with the lanterns at night. But you may or may not know, in that land, Pascal is hiding all over the place.
All over.
There are at least 7
like
that
everywhere.
I found. So we have found 7
They're
of
everywhere.
them. And they are little, I don't know, 6 or 8 inch Pascal sort of statues. And you've really got to look around all around that area.
And so he made us buy one for our backyard.
Yes, in our Disney Resort North in the backyard, we have our own hidden Pascal inspired by that. It's a great way to pass the time if you have someone using the facilities there or you're just taking a rest. Start looking around for those hidden Pascals. And if you can't find any, find a cast member and they'll start you on your way by pointing out 1 or 2. I don't even want to tell you where any of them are. I mean, you can look online.
You can't even remember.
Oh, I know. There's a couple I know for sure, right off the top of my head. Should we say a couple?
No.
Okay. Because you know what? I think it's more fun if you find them on your own. But if you're in doubt.
Especially when you find them and then you see your dad like, where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, it's fun where I see one. Where? But yeah, you can find them, or really, you can go online or ask a cast member if you need help getting started. Because once you find one, you'll sort of know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But like I said, we found 7. I don't know how many there are in total, but there's at least 7. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Now, our last 3 are all of a certain theme.
And also, tell us if you find another one, because
well, they don't know which 7 there are, but if you find
more
than
8,
if you find 8, let us know, and then we know. We'll start documenting them for ourselves. I don't like publishing stuff too much. I don't like ruining the magic. You know, it's sort of fun to discover things on your own, but some people just like to.
You see, this is on recording. I'm gonna come back and tell you about that statement later in the episode. So stay tuned for that.
Well, certain things. This one's a little different because we're not going to give all away. This is our very last one you're talking about. So our final 3 all have to do with a certain princess. And that is?
Cinderella.
Yes, indeed. You will find all 3 of these right around Cinderella Castle, behind the castle. The first one is inside the castle. Yeah. So this is a great hidden gem, and you're really not going to see this one unless you're going to Cinderella's royal table.
Well, yeah, but you always want an extra thing to look for. It's great.
It is. And if you remember, as soon as you get checked in and you walk inside on the main floor where you meet Cinderella, before you go up the stairs, be sure to look up onto the shelf. Oh, it's pretty high. It's about 15 feet up in the air.
Very high.
And you will see
Jack and Gus.
You will see Jack and Gus. It's
her
a really great
mouse.
hidden gem. Yes, her loyal, most favorite mice.
Mice.
Mouses? Yeah.
The plural.
You know, how many people miss that one? It's a true hidden gem. You really got to look up and see Jack and Gus up there. I like that one a lot. So make sure you add that to your list if you're dining inside Cinderella's royal table.
Very cute.
Outside, there is another classic. So right outside... the hidden gem about this is something specific. So I'll describe this one. Right outside the back of Cinderella Castle, there is a fountain. It's to your left if you're walking through the castle, and it's a statue of Cinderella. They actually have the same one in Disneyland Paris, but I don't think they have the hidden gem. I can't recall, but I think they don't, but I may be wrong, but it doesn't matter. In the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, when you look outside, when you look at the statue, a lot of people will just look, oh, there's Cinderella's statue in this fountain, La Fontaine de Cendrillon. I think it's even in French.
Here we
go.
I
think it is in French. But
don't start with
there's
French.
A mural.
You don't live in France.
There's a mural behind it that's very. I did live in France.
Not anymore.
There's a mural behind it that's very ornate, and there's a crown on the mural. And the hidden gem of this one, if you see people trying to line up photos, if you stand just right and you get the angle of Cinderella, you can see the crown on her head. So this statue was designed in such a way that you can align Cinderella so that she's wearing the crown, so that she goes from not royal to royal in the statue.
Not royal to royal.
It's sort of like the hidden Mickey in over by Ariel, the Ariel attraction, where if you line up just right, you can see the Mickey in the rocks. Yeah,
and you have pictures of these.
Yeah, but this is I do have pictures of this one. This is a really great hidden gem that I really like too. So definitely try to line it up and get a
It's
picture.
really cool.
Yeah, get a picture of the before
Yeah, you can
and
show.
after.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're moving on to number 10 on our hidden gem list.
The Cinderella horse.
Yes, this is the one that Amelia loves most of all.
And we did mention the carousel in
The-
our last episode.
The Regal Carousel,
The
yes.
Regal Carousel.
Prince Charming's Regal Carousel.
Yes, I was told how to pronounce that word.
So what is on that carousel?
Well, Cinderella's horse.
How do you know it's Cinderella's favorite horse?
Because it has a little, well, not little, but gold ribbon tied around its tail.
Yeah, so this is a real hidden gem on that horse, and people don't know about it. We're not going to tell you where it is, because part of the fun is trying to find it.
Well, I mean, you can't just run around the whole carousel.
Yeah,
trying to find it, they won't let you.
Part of it is luck, because you're going to have to just see if you can see it. But
Hey, if you're on the right side, it's not that difficult.
One of the correct side, you mean, or by chance?
The correct side.
There is no right side in a circle. But I guess there is if you're looking at it from above, but you won't be. So one of the horses does have a gold, and only one, a gold ribbon around the tail. And as the tail goes, no pun intended, that is Cinderella's favorite horse. So that in and of itself is a hidden gem.
Also, I would just like to say, this was a childhood favorite for me, and here you are blabbing it to the rest of the world.
You've been on that horse many times because we know where it is. But, so seeing it is cool, but riding it is even more cool. Yeah. So, yeah, Cinderella's favorite horse is...
I don't like to give away the magical secrets. Sure you don't. Sure you don't. Okay, so you've told us about all these existing ones. Are there any that they maybe took away? Like, I don't know.
You mean hidden gems that are gone?
Well, yeah, like past hidden gems. The ghost of gem past.
The ghost of gem past. I don't know, like a haunted... Oh, ghost, you mean gems that are no longer in Walt Disney World?
Yes.
Yes, there are. There's actually 2 that I can think of. Oh, and I miss these so much. I was just talking about one of these with Auntie Donna the other day. And this goes back to Fort Wilderness. So anybody who was a long time and frequent visitor to Fort Wilderness may very well remember the lawnmower tree. This is a long lost hidden gem. It's probably 10 years it's been gone at least. And
so you're old.
Yeah, well, you've tried to use that one on me before. Well, I am old, let's face it.
You keep saying you have all these years of Disney travel.
I do. And let me explain what this hidden gem was, because it's really cool. There was a tree they called the lawnmower tree, and they had a little plaque about Billy or something who mowed the lawn and took a nap and fell asleep for so long that the tree grew through it. And it was a tree, like a large tree, and you could see in it, right around the base, a lawnmower. So the tree had literally grown through an abandoned lawnmower, and it was all intertwined with it. And this goes obviously back before Walt Disney purchased this land. Someone was living there on the shores of Bay Lake, and it was right by, very, very close to the beach. If you were walking towards the boat launch at Fort Wilderness, it was right on your left, right by the trading post.
How do you know that the ghost of Billy does not still try and mow the lawn?
I was so sad that they finally, I don't know why they did that, because it's still, they haven't built anything there or anything, but that lawnmower tree, it was a great hidden gem, and it's gone. And the other hidden gem is also where it's somewhere else we've talked about today. It was on Tom Sawyer Island. And I think I've told you about this before, but what they used to do many years ago is cast members would go and they would hide paintbrushes like from Tom Sawyer whitewashing the fence. He's famous for he's famous for getting other people to whitewash the fence for him while he collected the money. But the cast members used to hide a certain number of paintbrushes. Nobody knew how many around Tom Sawyer Island, and the kids would go, or adults too, and try to find them. And if you found one of these paintbrushes and brought it to a cast member, you got a coupon for a treat or a fast pass or something for finding the paintbrush. And it was so much fun. So you'd have to get there because they would all be gone by whenever, 11 o'clock. They went early. But you never knew where they were, and they were hidden all over Tom Sawyer Island. And that was a great hidden gem. Most people probably didn't know they did that unless you were a frequent Walt Disney World traveler. Yeah. I really miss that one. I wish they would bring it back. So if you're listening to anyone from Disney, Let's bring back those paintbrushes on
and
Tom
hey,
Sawyer
if you
Island.
can help us, give Disney some suggestions.
Yeah, because that was
an email.
That was a really cool
he'll
hidden
totally
gem.
read that.
I really loved that one. Who will totally read what now?
Yeah, because the CEO of Disney will totally read those emails.
Oh, yeah. I'm always at the top of the inbox.
Yeah.
Probably have a better chance tweeting it out. Bring back the paintbrushes to Tom Sawyer Island.
But it's very cool.
We'll get the Disney Twitterverse out there to bring back those paintbrushes. It was honestly, it was pretty cool. You can imagine. Wouldn't you have fun doing that?
I'd like to win. I'd like to.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I would even if we'd gone there already in the week, I'd make us go back.
You know what it was like?
What?
It was like Survivor when they're searching for hidden immunity idols. It just dawned on me. That's what it was like.
No, I'd be like, I know.
But Tom Sawyer Island is so big that, there's a lot of space to run around. It's not like everyone was bumping into each other in one spot because you never knew where they were going to be. They could literally be anywhere. And they were sometimes they're not really laying out right in the open, but they would put them so you could spot them. But yeah. Not
like a hidden immunity.
Yeah, sometimes those are super hidden, but these were fairly hidden, but it was lots of fun. I really miss those paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is our list of our favorite.
Wait a minute, how long have they been gone for?
Over 10 years, since before you were born.
So again,
historic. Let's say historic.
Sure. Experienced.
Nostalgic, yes. Well, I don't know if paintbrushes can be experienced, but I certainly am. So there we go. Our 10 favorite hidden gems at Walt Disney World. Share with us some of your hidden gems.
Okay, wait. What is your favorite hidden gem, Daddy? One.
Ooh.
I know mine.
Well, you see, my favorite one, I have a couple. It's hard to do because I love the campfire show on Tom Sawyer Island, but I think my favorite sort of cool one is the wishing book. I just think it's really neat because you can interact, you can write your wish. I like them all. What's your favorite?
Mine would have to be the Cinderella horse because it's just kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sitting on Cinderella's horse.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a princess.
I bet you 99.8% of people who ride that horse, or even 99.99, have no clue that they're on the most cherished horse on the carousel.
Yeah.
So, does that wrap up our show? Do you have anything else to add?
Nope, but if you do find any more Pascals or any more really hidden gems that you think are super cool, feel free to tweet it out or tell us.
Let us know and we'll share it too. We hope you enjoyed this. We hope if you haven't experienced or seen some of these that you go check them out. It's always fun to have something extra special to do on your Disney vacations, especially if you go there a lot. So thank you for listening once again. And as always, you can find us on Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, across social media, and our website at 1923mainstreet.com, where we always have all the past episodes going and a sneak peek into the episode that is coming next on the homepage. So we hope you enjoyed this episode of Hidden Gems at Walt Disney World, and have a magical day, everyone.
Bye-bye.